Hey dude! Okay, so bear with me. Technical stuff, still working with it. So the sound quality may not be ideal. It's a learning curve. Okay, so boys and girls, this is your Astrology in a Minute for those of you who are too much in a hurry to listen to, well, you know, pretty much everything these days. So this is your month overview with some very special stuff at the end. Hang out and ready? Let's go. Okay, so for the month of October in 2017, we're looking at a couple of major things. The first thing is that Venus and Mars, are rolling around together like a pair of obsessive compulsive anal retentive lovers who just can't seem to quite get it right and don't really have enough time in their schedules to do it even if they wanted to. Venus and Mars together in Virgo makes people very high-strung and very persnickety and always fussy, very hyper-irritable and fussy, which may present itself as the being in a real rush to kind of get stuff done, but it never quite being good enough. And also because, pay attention, even though you're feeling all those wonderful sexy vibes, it is squaring Saturn. So there's a couple of things happening. On the one hand, you're going to be finding that you may have some rekindling of old romances, and some unexpected attractions to people you weren't noticing so much before. So nerds rule the day this month. However, because it's Saturn and it's Virgo, people tend to be a little more irritable and cranky, and a bit more of a fuss budget with very high expectations of what they want. So try not to get too involved in serious long-term commitments right now, at least until the last couple of weeks of the month, because as these things go, you may find you're not only biting off more than you can chew, but it's not going to taste very good after a couple of, rounds with that. So things that look good and start fast don't last. And the things that do, you probably don't want to last. So there's that. Now, as we get towards the end of the month, those of you who are looking for long-term relationships and or very intense secret relationships, Venus and Mars will continue their tango together, but they will slide into the beautiful sign of Libra, as well as Mercury and Jupiter joining together in Scorpio. So all sorts of intrigue and seduction and power plays will abound. I personally am not recommending that anybody go out and start husband or wife stealing. I'm not a huge fan of Jerry Springer drama. I'm just saying. As she drops the mic. Got so excited I dropped my mic. But listen, if that's your thing, just go with it with eyes wide open and understand there's always a price to be paid, and the piper will collect his due when this is over. So moving forward, so most of the month is kind of cranky, kind of hyper irritable. People are in a rush. People want the stuff yesterday. They're very impatient, very demanding, and very, oh my god, you can't get anything right for these people. For those of you who are working through physical or emotional or psychological or even financial illnesses right now, this is the time, these first couple of weeks of October. Just keeping my microphone. It's going to be the comedy here. These first couple of weeks of October will bring things to a head, so there's a lot of exacerbation of stuff. So this will be an opportunity for you to really get in and do the work and heal, like make some permanent reparations to things that really need to be addressed. So things that are favored right now through the month, all the way to the end of the month, but especially right now: organization, efficiency, knowing and owning your stuff. So listen, if you're going to jump in somebody else's behind about something, you better make sure you're right, which is good advice all the time, but especially these days, because man, the repercussions are huge. But you're also going to want to make sure that there is a long-term benefit for this. So try not to get up in people's faces and set fire to people in flame wars just because they're wrong and you're right. Like, try to literally take the long-range view and ask yourself, like, am I winning the battle and losing the war here? Or is there really a much bigger payoff for everybody, not just your own ego, when it's over? And if you can do that, by the time you get to the end of the month, you're going to find that it's much easier to get the support and the leveraging that you need from much more powerful players in the game, so you can get a lot more done. So it's, you know, you can buy now and pay later at a much higher cost, or you can hold out. You can hold out and get a much bigger return later for a little bit of discomfort right now. So there's that. All in all, it's gonna be an interesting month. It's a little wobbly. We've got the full moon coming up this week. We've got Jupiter heading into Scorpio this month. Neptune just went direct a couple weeks ago. The two together make for very powerful manifestation magic. So this is the time when you really want to weed the garden of your mind. So this is a powerful, powerful time to manifest things and to plant seeds in the universe and have these things come home to roost and, you know, bloom later. So with that said, make sure that the things that you are planting and manifesting and visualizing and obsessing about, make sure that they're good things, you know, and that these are the things that are going to drive you forward in life and not anchor you, you know, back and mire you in resentment and all sorts of emotional muck. So, okay. And we're gonna wrap up with your best days. Your best days. So I'm not gonna rehash a lot of other stuff that other people have already done. So we're gonna go over the best days. So your best days this month for love, magic, and rituals, and manifestation, and prayers, and miracle seeking, and whatever your thing is that puts you in touch with the divine cosmos and gets that handshake agreement to make things happen. For love, magic, and manifestation and prayer, it will be October 23rd in the evening and October 24th in the morning. But there's a caveat here, and that is that these are long-term, nearly permanent, almost intractable things. So, you know the old saying, be careful what you ask for. It's really, really imperative that you're very careful what you ask for, because right now, especially where love and relationships are concerned, if this is what you pull in, you're going to have a very, very hard time getting rid of it. And you may think it looks good right now, but you don't have it snoring in bed next to you. So think long and hard before you start putting your psychic feelers out there to, you know, pull that one in. Okay. For money magic, manifestation, and rituals, things that you're doing to help increase or improve or unblock the flow of abundance and resources and wealth in your life. And remember, your wealth is not limited to physical money. Your wealth is very much about your resources, your health, your time, your friends, your social supports, your intelligence, your creativity, your resourcefulness. All those things are resources, and it's your resources that make you wealthy. Because listen, if you were stranded on an island and you had $1 million, remember Gilligan's Island, right? You could be a millionaire stranded on an island. Guess what? All that money isn't doing you a bit of good, because those are not resources that are helping you. Ergo, you are not wealthy anymore. So, with that said, things that will help move things forward in terms of your wealth, abundance, resources, all that sort of stuff, the best day for those magic and manifestations and rituals will be October 30th. Ooh, oh, right. Right for Halloween. So just so you know, there's not a lot of optimal days for magic and rituals around that particular theme. So we got to kind of work with what we have. If it's urgent, that's the day to do it. If you can hold off and wait for a stronger day, then I would probably wait until next month when we've got, you know, more better aspects to work with. We just don't have a lot to work with this month. It's just gonna be it's just been a challenging year all around, and it's gonna be a challenging month. So there's just not a lot to work with. So make good use of the ones we have. All right. And finally, for those of you who are looking at increasing your success in life, breaking up impasses, moving out of, well, your own way, or getting other people to move out of your way, and looking for ways to kind of push forward because you've just been stifled or held back or obstructed for a while now, your best days for magic, manifestation, prayers, and rituals will be October 27th. So that is the day that you get in there and do your little magic, you know, with your co-creator, the cosmos, the divine, whatever it is that you partner with in terms of your divine spark moving forward. And that is your astrology in a minute for the month of October. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you soon. And there will be more coming later about other stuff, so look for it.